I think I'm live. I don't know if I'm live. I will check while people can jump on. Looks like I am. Looks like it's working fine. I don't know where my chat went over in this other software, but that's okay. So, the title of this video that you just read is that I drove 12 hours just to get a Wheel of Time poster. So this is going to be a little bit of story time and just a little bit of we're going to tell you about some things that are actually going to happen tonight. So if you happen to be one of my half a dozen or so viewers that got on and joined me on Monday for my brief live stream, and if you were one of the two or three people who were planning to join us live that evening, you may or may not have noticed that we didn't actually go live. And we haven't told any stories about why that happened. And so there was a reason why that didn't happen. So I was fully planning to go to the premiere, not the big London premiere of The Wheel of Time, but one of the fan events in Austin, Texas. And so I live in Lubbock, Texas, and I decided, okay, I'm going to do this event. I signed up, got tickets. It was going to be great. And I drove 6 hours there and I set up, did my test. It was okay. I decided, it's all right if I am not excuse me, if I am a little bit late, or not late, but if it's okay if I'm not there on time or whatever. It's if I have to sit on the front row awkwardly between a couple couples, that's fine. I was there by myself. I wasn't real worried about that. So I didn't rush because I knew I wanted to test my live stream and some other stuff. And so I got there about 30 minutes ahead of time. And then parking was crazy. It was had to pay for parking and all that kind of stuff, and all of those things. And being from a smaller town, not small, it was kind of crazy. And traffic was terrible, and the construction was awful, and all that kind of stuff. But I eventually found a parking space and parked. It was probably about 10 minutes before the event was supposed to start at that time. And so I was standing in line, and it's like, okay, this is all going good. I found the place, got enough parking, paid for my parking, did all that jazz. And I was standing in line there, and I hear this lady say something about, oh yeah, you get a poster. And I was thinking, okay, no, what is happening? So I was at the bottom of these stairs, the Alamo Draft House there in Austin. And I kind of a bunch of people were walking out. Like a bunch of people were walking out. It's like, okay, maybe a movie ended, because they had other things, like Eternals was there at the theater as well, and so another couple movies or whatever. It's like, well, maybe another movie got out. So I decided, well, I'm gonna go ahead and walk up the stairs, even though I'm hearing some whispers that are not sounding very good. And sure enough, they had, with this event, they had oversold this event. And which, if there were like three or four of us that got turned away, that would be one thing. But there were like 100 people that got turned away at this event. But they said, hey, here, we can give you a poster. So here's the poster that I received. Isn't it lovely? And it actually, jokes aside, it is a nice poster. The art is really gorgeous. The color is really pretty, and all that's really great. So I drove all of that way and got just to get turned away at the door. It was thrilling, folks. It was absolutely thrilling. Well, and so I became a normal pedestrian, normal human, and had to watch the premiere with everybody else on Thursday. I know, first world problems. It's awful. My life is terrible and sad. But I have now watched all 3 episodes, and so has Jonathan. And so, in spite of my sad, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad time in Austin, Texas, and whatever else, I've now watched it, and we are going to actually go live and actually discuss the Wheel of Time this evening. So Jonathan and I are planning to this evening go live at 10 p.m. Central. Yeah, so we're going to go live 10 p.m. Central, because that's where we live. And that's when this is working out. And we are going to have a fully spoiler-filled discussion. We're going to have a discussion that is legally spoiler-filled for the show and for the books, and we're going to kind of discuss some raw thoughts and other things. Hopefully some people will join us and we'll get to discuss all of your thoughts and our thoughts and everything else. And then later on in the evening, we are going to have a special guest that's going to be able to join us somewhere between 10:45 and 11 probably. And we're going to have a discussion that is more spoiler free and discuss some of the ideas and some of the things, some of the, maybe the questions of what is this thing, you know, and what are some of these things that are happening and what is going on in this scene and some of those things, but without getting into spoilers, at least book spoilers. All of our discussions this evening will be spoiler filled as far as the first 3 episodes of The Wheel of Time. We're really excited to get on and talk to you guys. Jonathan is going to join me here at Mead and Mischief headquarters, and we're going to enjoy discussing the Wheel of Time TV show with y'all. And so hope to see y'all there. Have a great evening. Adios.